It's the Dream of Wish Foundation versus the PipStars. Nick Satan versus Dead Fred. Halflings versus Lizards. So the PipStars on defense here. They need to win by 4 in order to dethrone Conspicuous Disunion in Division B. If they can do that, then they will advance to the quarterfinals. It's not likely, but if it's going to happen in any of these matchups in Division B, this is the matchup where it will happen. The ball carrier now marked by Sir Crocs-a-Lot. Boot polish spray into Nuffle. Electric Man says, I never thought I'd find myself rooting for Satan. SP Beaver, thank you very much for the bits. Good knock on sponsor Eleanor here by the PipStars. Gatorade, the Crocs on the block. So this Halfling team, their big gimmick, right? I shouldn't call it a gimmick, but their strategy are these 2 trees. Push them as far as you can down pitch. If you can't run the ball into the end zone, then leave it up to a fling. Toss that Halfling down pitch, try to score on the thrown teammate. They are very, very fragile. They're very, very slow. They're very, very difficult to coach. This Lizard team has a lot of strength, has a lot of block, is able to get a lot of 2 dies, maybe even 3 dies on these Lizard. On the Halflings. Gets a stun on the Crocs. Sponsor Eleanor is having none of it. And try to remove these players. If they can remove these players quickly, early enough, they can just start cranking out touchdowns here with these Skinks. These Skinks are very fast with an MA of 8. They have the dodge skill. They're stunty. It's really about getting that player advantage here. Cindy Pie Whistle on the pitch here for the Dream of Wish Foundation. She, of course, loves tossing pies at people. Loves tossing pies at people. Loves handing delicious pies to people. Says here, why don't you give this a try? I worked very hard on it. It's delicious. Cindy Pie Whistle moving up to the line of scrimmage here for the Dream of Wish Foundation. Dream of Wish Foundation certainly picked up a Halfling Master Chef. We'll take a look and see everything he picked up here. Whoops. So picked up the chef and Cindy Pie Whistle. Also picked up a cheerleader and a keg and an assistant coach. So a lot of TV. A lot of TV given to the Dream of Wish Foundation. The chef, the keg, the assistant coach, and the cheerleader. The assistant coach gives you a +1 to your I want to say the assistant coach. Brilliant coaching, that is. Brilliant. Oh, he's got Mighty Zug as well. Boy, oh boy. Gives you a +1 to the Brilliant Coaching Kickoff Event table. That's a roll-off, a D6 roll-off. You get a +1. If you win the roll-off, you get an extra reroll. The Halfling Master Chef, at the beginning of each half, you roll 3d6 on every 4+. You gain a reroll, your opponent loses a reroll. It's not necessarily a stolen reroll, because if your opponent doesn't, let's say you roll 3 4+, you will get 3 rerolls, even if your opponent doesn't have 3 to give you. 2-die blitz on Frankleton version 1.1. The rookie Halfling hopeful here on the right side of the pitch will chain block into the ball carrier. Out of thin air. No, man, he's cooking. He's got ingredients, a little bit of thyme, some sugar, some salt, some pepper, a couple of re-rolls, a nice roux to thicken it all up. PipStars have to win by 4. They need to increase the pace here if they want to make the cut. But Dead Fred might have another consideration. 2-die uphill on the Mighty Zug. Gets a push out of this. Dead Fred may say, you know what? Winning by 4 is too risky for me. I'm not gonna go for the gold here and try to make a cut in the quarterfinals. I'm gonna try to keep my team safe for the Spike Magazine trophy, and try to get some SPP out of this. This is a great team to level up on. These halflings are very, very brittle with an AV of 7+ and a strength of 2. It's easy to get 3-die blocks on them. If you happen to get a block with Mighty Blow, that's a 6+ to break armor. 3-die block on Drippy Esquire by the star player Mighty Zug, wearing number 1 for the Dream of Wish Foundation. My goodness, with the drop kick. The Zug kick gets the removal. Well done. Is that what? Ah! That's 4. That's a 3-man player advantage for the Dream of Wish Foundation. Mighty Zug just says, hey, excuse me, Get Wrecked. I got something to do real quick. Let me just drop kick your teammate. Then I'll come back and we can discuss the latest episode of Severance. Holy moly. Cindy with the bomb. Bomb pass gets nothing out of it. SB Beaver says, how do these halflings keep getting player advantage? Yeah, the halflings have a 3-man player advantage right now. And they've permanently removed 2 of the skinks. It may even be a 5 or 4-man player advantage. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. It's a 4-man player advantage. So it's 10v4 on the pitch right now. 4-man player advantage for the Dream of Wish Foundation. Postmodernism says, so we just saw dwarves get thrashed and now halflings have a serious player advantage any given Sunday. Clavy says, are they going to foul that Crocs? 3+ dodge by Frankleton version 1.1 to get a mark on Chompy McChompface. Oh, I've lost my screen. What's going on? There we go. There we go. So the halflings are going to move this ball down pitch. James in possession of the ball on the on the opposing 10-yard line. All by his lonesome. He's not afraid. His team has player advantage. They've been working out. See, they may be stunty, they may be weak, but they've been taking Jeet Kune Do. They know exactly where to hit to knock out players. He's got a 1-inch punch ready to go. He's got the Kenshiro Fist of the North Star punch. Good dodge by Zippy Von Schleichen over in the left wide zone. This is the sneaky get player. This gives him, sneaky get allows this player to foul, and if he doesn't break armor on the foul, then regardless of what he rolls, if it's doubles, typically you get called off the pitch on doubles on a foul roll, whether that's the armor roll or the injury roll. But if you don't break armor with a sneaky get, then they will not be removed from the pitch. 2-die blitz by Pips. Pippy gets the knockdown. No armor break, and catches the ball. He does it all. He dodges, he blitzes, he catches. The true star player on the pitch, number 1, Pips Pippy, the skink blodger. Excuse me. Give me that ball, please. Thank you very much. Pips Pippy's going to show the ball off right in front of Mighty Zugs. Like, look what I did, man. What are you going to do about it? Do you know who I am? Mighty Zug. Mighty who? Please, I don't know who you are. I'm Pips Pippy. Two-night block on Jerry, version 1.0. Behind the line of scrimmage here. Sir Croxalot on the block. Gets a push. Will continue to mark this halfling. Turn 6 now for the Dream of Wish Foundation. The PipStars have to win by 4 touchdowns to make the cut. Woo! 2 rushes for the 3-9 blitz on Pips Pippy. 7+ breaks armor. Got the pal here. Oh, Pips! Pips is stunned. Balls. the sandwich, really. Goes out of bounds, gets thrown back in on the Dream of Wish Foundation side of the pitch on their 14-yard line. BB Nut, welcome to the stream. BB Nut says 4, easy mode. That's all? Maybe if it was 16, that'd be a challenge. Festoon, welcome to the stream. Three-plus pickup fails by Jerry version 1.0. And now fails the rush after the successful pickup here. Fails the pickup. Oh, Run Bad with the raid. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Run Bad. Nice to have you here. Welcome, Raiders. Welcome to our second game of our doubleheader tonight. Von Rue, welcome. If you're just joining us, the PipStars, this is the final week of regulation play. The PipStars need to win by 4 points in order to make the cut to the quarterfinals. BB says there's a game in the Polish Nationals that ended 8-0. Oh, I just made a graph, in fact, of how many touchdowns were scored in our league. Let's see. Let me see if I can pull it up. Fail dodge by the sneaky get. Zippy Von Schleichen over in the left wide zone. That will be a turnover. Turn 7 for the Dream of Wish Foundation. Yeah, the vast majority, over 250 games. There's been 654 games now in the league. Over 250, 260 have had 2 total touchdowns. Highest scoring games we've had are 5 total touchdowns. We've had just 14 of those. Dream of Wish Foundation in possession of the ball. Still. Fievel, the catcher, on the 2-yard line. Still the massive player advantage. 4-man player advantage for the Dream of Wish Foundation, for the Halfling team. Cindy Pie Whistle is a secret weapon. The Mighty Zug is not. So Zug will stay on the pitch. Drive after drive. Cindy Pie Whistle will get called off the pitch after the ref realizes those aren't pies that she's throwing. No, is the sandwich okay? You might be dead, but is the sandwich okay? Tried to rush down pitch. Murdered himself, tripping over that. I mean, look. That was a pretty big sandwich. If I tripped over that, I'd be dead too. Tried to rush down pitch. Failed the rush here and murdered himself. So, Segnor's Loop, listen. I don't know if you're still here, but listen. So something happened to the sandwich, all right? The sandwich got into a little accident. It's not going to be coming home, all right? But it's in a better place now. It's in the great kitchen upstate, where it'll be forever delicious. Turn 7 for the PipStars. Pippy stands back up and will move into scoring position on the opposing 10-yard line in the right wide zone. 48 seconds left on the clock here for the PipStars. The ground remains undefeated. That's right. Pip says Satan right where he wants him. 25 seconds to go here for the PipStars. Not looking good for the PipStars here in this game. They have 2 removals. They need more than that. They've already burned a whole half. They've got to score 4 touchdowns. They can still do it, but they need to start getting a significant player advantage here, or at least getting the ball and moving. BB Nuts says, is this the group of 1,000 draws? It is indeed. It is indeed. The PipStars currently in 6th place with 9 points. If they win, they'll have 12 points. They drew Conspicuous Disunion earlier in the competition. That means they need to beat them on TD differential. Conspicuous Disunion has a +4. The PipStars at a +0. That means they need to win this game by 4 in order to make the cut. BB Nut says, halflings are annoying to score a lot against us. They take away your rerolls. Indeed, they took all of them away from the PipStars. Good recovery here by Zippy von Schleichen. But I don't know how Zippy's going to stay on his feet. Just got word that the first game that we switched over, the final 2 turns of the first game that just ended, Odin and Stuffle did indeed win that one 3-0. They will be advancing to the quarterfinals as the second place team in Division C. Congratulations to Clypheus. So Doug the Minotaur will not be able to defend his Chaos Cup title this season, but hopefully we'll see Doug the Minotaur back for the Spike Magazine trophy. Jared1531, welcome to the stream, says, I thought halflings were considered a tier 2 team. Are they good, actually? No, they're not good. They're not good. Nick Satan is the current league champion and is fielding this halfling team. Dream Wish Foundation here on turn 8. Good 3+ dodge to rush to take a mark on Zippy von Schleichen. There's 1. One more mark will give 2. Oh, he doesn't need it because it's the skink. Gets a dodge push out of this. Spends one of his 1,000 rerolls. He's down to 1. Gets a pal here. 8+ breaks armor. Oh boy, there's the armor break. Only gets a stun out of it. Ball's going to bounce to the 14-yard line. Dream a Wish Foundation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Rush, rush. They can do it. They can do it. There's the handoff, so no more rushes. The Dream a Wish Foundation will take the lead 1-0 in the ball game. Oh, he took the block first. It's so scary. There it is, 1-0. Very well done by Nick Satan to take the lead. The PipStars now need 5 touchdowns to make the cut. Hey! That's right, you deserve that dance. Hey, look at that. I didn't even know you could do that. That's awesome. Clappy says, sheesh, I was not about to take any risky blocks like that. Yeah, me neither. So Sidney Pie Whistle called off the pitch. He argues the call. The ref says, get out of here. That's the end of Cindy in this game. Weird how she's still on the pitch. I don't like that. That's very strange. So it'll be 11 on the pitch here for the Halfling team, as they have one turn left. Did they score in turn 8? That had to have been turn 8. So one turn left in the half for the PipStars. They're going to set up with 8. So a 3-man player advantage for the Halfling team. Can you believe it? The ref may have called her off, but she has other plans. So there's 2 big trees on the line. I don't think the PipStars are going to tangle with the trees here on turn 8. They're going to hope, well, I don't see how they would get a 1 turn out of this. Otherwise, I think they're hoping for a timeout. So I think one of these skinks, probably Pips Pippy, goes up on the line of scrimmage, and then there's no kicker on the Halfling team. 1 skink back to receive, 1 is a halfback. SB Beaver says, why can't the Crocs throw a skink? Listen, man, anybody can throw a football. Not a lot of people can throw it well. You need training. You need training. You need to understand how to throw a football. Just like you need training to know how to throw a teammate. You got to have a decent follow through. You got to know how to throw on the run. Here's the kick. All right, that's a pretty good kick for the Dream of Wish Foundation, but no timeout here. So Zippy Von Schleichen will catch the ball on the bounce. So Odin and Snuffle in Division C with their win against the Dinner Bell Darlings will dethrone the Dinner Bell Darlings. 16 points is the minimum needed to make the cut. So the Dinner Bell Darlings will be eliminated here in Division C, and Odin and Snuffle will make the cut because the top 2 teams from each division automatically make the cut. Under a minute to play here for the PipStars. Do they have a plan? I don't see how they make this happen. Well, they're certainly not making it happen now. 2-die block against sponsor. Patsy gets... Oh, no! Gets the armor break! Just a stun. Wow. That's an 11 plus on the armor break. There's just 3. A 3 in 36 chance. A 1 in 13 chance. Jared asks, can't halflings throw their own players? Is that possible to use against good players? Yes, halflings can throw their own players, and you can use them as ammunition. Absolutely. SP Beaver says, I always panic when I see double 6s on the armor break thinking it's a death. Nope. Casualty rolls a D16. Rest easy, my friend. Foul by the ball carrier. Try to get this tree off the pitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the assist. Oh, boy. Just needed a 6+ to break armor. I think that was a great foul, but couldn't make it happen. 1-0 the score. The Dream of Wish Foundation in the lead. PipStars will be on offense to start the... will they be on offense? Yeah, they'll be on offense to start the second half. Holy moly. Cobblestorm says, look, the Crocs just respect the Skinks too much. They're friends. They play board games on Tuesdays. The trick with throw teammate is to just put no value on life whatsoever. 3 on the line, spread wide here for the Dream of Wish Foundation. Now the PipStars to set up their offense. They need 5 touchdowns to make the cut. Dream of Wish Foundation, coached by league champion Nick Satan, has yet to win a game here this season. This is the final week of regulation. They're 0-2-5. Can they get a victory here in the final week? 5 on the line for the offense. They are going toe-to-toe with sponsor Patsy, trying to knock down the Streamin'. These Streamin', when you knock them down, it's pretty good because they only have an MA of 2. You must have 3 MA to stand up. It costs you 3 MA. If you don't have 3 MA for any reason, let's say you got injured and you dropped below 3 MA for whatever reason, if you don't have 3 MA to stand up, it's a D6 to stand up. On a 4+, you get to stand. Now, for the halflings, they rely on these Streamin' so much that they have an extra trait called Timber. Every time they try to stand up, and they need to roll that stand-up die, for every assist they have, they're going to get a +1 to the stand-up. Cobblestorm rooting for the defense. BB says, you know who else has timber? OWA. OWA trees. OpWA. Overpowered World Alliance. It sounds like a wrestling team. We're the Overpowered World Alliance. 3-die block on the line. Gets the knockdown thanks to the block seal. There's the armor break. Looking for the removal. Got it. There it is. Two-man player advantage now for the halflings. Mighty Zug, the middle linebacker. Strength 5 piece. Has Mighty Blow, has block. Also has Crushing Blow here, so he gets to gets a +1 to the armor roll when he knocks down a piece if he wants. Once per game. He had a lot of inducement money. I honestly think he had enough for a Morg. I might have picked up Morg just because, I mean, it's Morg. Oh, good removal here by the Saurus. Needs to get this player advantage. It needs to get it soon because he needs to start scoring. But Morg is just a fantastic piece. If you have the money for Morg, often I think it's worth it. But also, Morg's once per game ability, what's it called? The Ballista? Gets a reroll on a failed pass. That could be a throw teammate pass. That's great. It's true. Morg can't steal rerolls. It's very, very true. Morg did not go to culinary school. He tried to. He didn't get in. Fun fact, Morg actually has a PhD in physics. That's how he knows. That's how he knows how to most effectually make these blocks and gets a +1 to the armor roll. He knows exactly how to make that energy transfer to his opponent. Failed pickup here by by Zippy Von Schleichen. The ball's going to be on the ground on the PipStars' own 8-yard line. Turn 9 now for the Dream of Wish Foundation. You might think these are brass knuckles that Morg has, but they're not. These are actually egg beaters. 2-die blitz gets a push against Chompy McChompface. Like I said, did Nick get all the team rerolls this half? Of course he did. Of course he did. Actually, I think he got all but one. Yeah, he got... Well, This is the previous half. Could have sworn that the PipStars had 2, and the Dream of Wish Foundation had 3. Regardless, the PipStars have none left for the half. Oh, you know what? I can check. I can check! I'm a commissioner! No, I can't. I can't because it's in my trash can. That's right, I can't check. Or at least I don't know how to. I don't know how to get there from Explorer. Regardless, third 10 now for the PipStars. Oh, thank you, Spire. Thank you, yeah. It's not looking likely that they're going to make the cut here, but they have a decent number of removals here. If they can continue to keep this pace up, they might be able to eke it out, but they got to score now. If they somehow win with enough touchdowns, that's 5. It'll be the highest scoring game in league history. Two-die blitz by Get Wrecked. Gets a pal against Ralph. The level 3 halfling hopeful has sprint and sure feet. Breaks are... Yeah, goodbye, Ralph. Where you running to, Ralph? Sprint lets you take 3 rushes instead of 2. Sure feet lets you re-roll a failed rush roll. It's a very potent combo, especially on faster pieces. Boy, what the PipStars wouldn't give for some sure hands right now. Five seconds on the clock. There's a good pickup. Zippy Von Schleichen in possession of this ball. They've got to move. Unless Dead Fred has given up on trying to win, which would be a totally valid strategy, and is just saying to himself, I need to keep my team safe. I need to pick up some SPP, so I'm good to go for the Spike Magazine trophy. Ten teams still alive in this competition. We started with 27. We're down to 10. And before the week's up, we'll be down to 8 for the quarterfinals. One die block by Pips Pippy over on the right wide zone here. On the PipStars 8-yard line. They're going to knock down a Mickey version 0.1, and that'll be the end of the turn. They've got to move. Turn 10 for the Dream of Wish Foundation. I think Dead Fred just doesn't want to risk it, which makes complete sense. Good stand up with the 2. Good stand up with the 2 assists due to Timber. And then, but is blitzing. So that was the stand up. It's your full MA to stand up, even if you don't have enough MA. So if you only have 2 MA, as sponsor Patsy does, you have to roll the D6 on a 4+. You get to stand up, and it costs all of your movement to do that. So the blitz was a rush, and failed the rush roll. Had to re-roll it. Now the Dream of Wish Foundation down to 3 re-rolls for the game. Tailgaters stunned by sponsor Eleanor, the number 15 treatment over on the right side of the line. 2-die block on Get Wrecked by the mighty Zug. Gets the knockdown here. 9+ breaks armor. Seconds left on the clock here in turn 10. PipStars on turn 11. They have the ball in the hands of the Sneaky Get on their own 8-yard line. Halfling defense still fairly on point here. SP Beaver says, wait, is sidestep not the first skill you get on the Cyrus? And Clivius responds, I usually get shadowing first, then sidestep. Yeah, that's a great combo. And by great, if you're new to Blood Bowl, don't do that. A little over 1 minute left here in turn 11 for the PipStars. They've had no rerolls this entire game because they're up against Halflings. Halflings do two things. They pick up a chef, and they have those trees that throw their fellow teammates down pitch. So the Halfling Master Chef is an inducement. Typically costs 300,000 gold, but for Halflings it's only 100,000 gold, and that's the thing that allows the Halfling team to roll the 3d6 at the beginning of each half and steal, quote unquote, steal rerolls from their opponent. No real action here in turn 11 for the PipStars. They're trying to figure out where they're going to end this ball on the turn. Another thing that the PipStars could be doing, they could just be trying to win the game. They don't have to win by 5 to win the game. And if they win the game, maybe they get another dedicated fan to help them out later in the season. Dedicated fans, in this version of the rules, dedicated fans are how you earn money. So it's very important to have dedicated fans. Often, it depends on the team, but often I'll make sure I load up on dedicated fans when my team is fresh. That way I can ensure I'm making money game after game so that I can then develop my team and have money in the bank, replenish players, and so on. Failed dodge by the Menace. The Menace is going to be stunned on the pitch. Turn 11 now for the Dream of Wish Foundation. They have a mark on Zippy von Schleichen. 2-die blocked by Tiny Tim, it looks to be, and it is. It's just a push unless a reroll is spent. I think he might take the push here. Oh, he's going to spend it. Got the pal. Here it is. We'll see if the ball stays on the pitch. The ball does stay on the pitch. It bounces right back into the space that was vacated by the Skink. Dream of Witch Foundation in the lead in this game. They have 2 rerolls remaining for the for the game, I should say. Ellie Marino says Russell is just about as good as block, sometimes better. SP Beaver says, yeah, I should have gone with Russell from an L's over block. Yeah, on Wood Elf Lineman, I like Russell a lot. 2-die blitz into double skulls. Spends the reroll, gets the POW here. These trees, another thing about these trees is that they are not loners. So if they fail a die roll, feel free to spend a team reroll on them. Gets the armor break, gets a stun against El Bandito. And now a 2-die block by the mighty Zug. Gets a POW here. Looking for a 9+ to break armor. There's the armor break. Gets a KO. My goodness, what is the player advantage? What is happening? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Is that right? 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 versus 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8v8 on the pitch. $12 seconds on the clock here for the Dream of Wish Foundation. They have no rerolls remaining. That's all of the rerolls for this game. Neither team with a reroll. Rupert version 0.1 gets a dodge push on Pippi, the number 1 skink runner for the PipStars. Turn 12 for the PipStars. They've got 5 turns left to get on the board here. Oh, that's a good idea, Spire. Thanks. That's a much better idea. 30 seconds down. Could have stopped after saying Pips was the number 1 runner. No need to add for the PipStars. Dead Fred contemplating the turn. A gaggle of halflings bearing down on the ball in the left wide zone. The ball's on the ground. On the Dream of Wish Foundation's 10-yard line, just off the left sideline. Dream of Wish Foundation in the lead. They've yet to win a game this season. Can this be the one? Under 30 seconds to go here for the PipStars. Dead Fred really taking in the pitch here, trying to decide how to recover this ball and how to get some of these dastardly halflings off the pitch. 3+ dodge off the sideline by Zippy von Schleichen. Takes a mark on the ball now. Pippi dodging like he hasn't a care in the world. Gets a push on Tiny Tim. Has to push onto the ball. We'll see where the ball ends up. Oh, it's going to end up on the 12 on the left sideline now. Two minutes, 50 seconds on the bonus clock for the PipStars. 2-die block on Frankeltron version 1.1. Back behind this scrum. They get the knockdown here, but no armor break. Final turn of the third quarter coming up. The Dream of Wish Foundation in the lead. They have 2 marks on the ball currently. He could, well, he can't score. It's 1 space shy of scoring. SB Beaver says, now Pips now needs to score 1.25 times a turn. Yeah, yeah. $80 seconds left in the quarter. Nick Satan not afraid to play any team in this game. We've seen Nick play very good teams like Lizards. We've seen Nick pick up halflings. We've seen Nick play ogres, which I think are horrendous. Nick played Slan or Kislev Circus. SP Beaver says, I need you to lose by 3 so I can end in 7th place. Well, I'll do my best. I'll do my best. Failed dodge is the bulk of the sale. Well, I'm sorry. Successful dodge. He has the dodge skill. Failed the first dodge, spent the reroll, succeeded on the second on the reroll dodge, and it was a 3+ pickup and worked out. And now the Dream a Wish Foundation. Oh, right. This is their half of the pitch. They don't move this direction. They move this direction. So they've recovered the ball on defense, have the ball on their own 14-yard line. Turn 13 for the PipStars now. Fourth and final quarter begins. So there's no, I don't think there's any actual way the PipStars can win at this point. Even if they score this turn, if they get a timeout later, they'd have to score in 1 turn. So I don't see any way that's happening. Not that it was going to happen anyway. I mean, it's a huge ask to win by 4+. It doesn't matter who you're up against. It's just this particular matchup. If it was going to happen at all, it would have been here. But 2 very good coaches again. We had 2 former league champions face off in the first game of our doubleheader this evening. Nick Satan, 2-time league champion, current league champion. Dead Fred, no stranger to playoffs, has made the Blood Bowl numerous times, has made the playoffs to a number of competitions. Turn 13 for the Dream of Wish Foundation now. Mighty Zug on the block against Sir Croxalot. Needs a 9+ here to break armor. Sir Croxalot's going to remain on the pitch here. Now 2-die by sponsor Patsy. Spends Brawler here to try to get the knockdown, but only gets a push out of this. Brawler lets you re-roll a single both down result. This is a decent skill. It's situational. It depends on the player. It depends on the piece. But what's nice about it is that you can re-roll both down. So if you roll 2 bad dice and one of them's both down, you can re-roll that to keep it safe, right? Or keep the drive going. Failed catch here on the handoff against Frankeltron. That'll be a turnover. But also, let's say you get a push and a both down. Cobblestorm says, the broadcast seems to be broken. It shows Pippy failing to dodge. I know. Pips is just tired. Pips knows that if he keeps running around the pitch, none of his other teammates are going to get the spotlight. So he's like, you know what? I'm just going to take a break. It's up to you guys. You guys, you know what? This is how you learn. This is how you learn to be a Pip yourself. But the other thing you can do with a Brawler is, let's say you get a push and a both down. The push is safe. You can re-roll the both down to fish for that POW. It's either technical issues or a cunning ruse. Boy, somebody put a lot of ketchup on that sandwich. I mean, I like ketchup, but that's a lot of ketchup. That's a lot of ketchup. The sandwich should not be a vehicle for the condiments. Like, come on. Come on. Rush by Tailgater to get a mark on the ball. The ball currently on the ground again on the Dream and Wish Foundation's 2-yard line. Second rush to get behind the ball by Tailgater. Bootpunch says a real Mammalsaurus would have picked up the ball and passed. Yeah. Speaking of Nick Satan, we saw Nick Satan. It's in the intro, in fact. Last season, what was it? A Crocs? Was it Crocs dodge to a handoff, and then 3 dodges and 2 rushes with a skink to score? It had a 3.17% chance of success. And it worked out, and that that got his team, San Jose Park, into the postseason. SPB versus, we don't need to relive that. 2 minutes, 10 seconds on the bonus clock for the PipStars. Pips, Pippy. Oh, Pips, no! Pips, why? You know what? The only way this could actually happen is this is a fake Pips Pippy. I don't believe that's Pips. I think that's an imposter. Not Pips on the stand-up dodge. Onion Pipster gets injured, as he should, for impersonating a hero. Serves you right. BB Nuts said I had someone do a 6+ mummy dodge, 2+ rush, 6+ dodge, 2+ rush to get two dice on my ball carrier and pound it. That is infuriating. Dream and Wish Foundation just needs to hold on for 3 turns, and if so, they pick up their first win in this season. 2-die blitz against the Menace. Mickey version 0.1 on the block gets a push. SB Beaver and BB Nut are just in the corner. They're just talking about like TV shows they're watching. Cobblestorm storms in. Look, listen, look. The Gonergids didn't kidnap Pips, all right? Just get that out of your head right now. The real Pips are the friends we found along the way. Thank you for the bits, not so trusty patches. SB Beaver wants to call up Cobblestorm's like, hey, where you want to go? Where you want to go to dinner? And Cobblestorm's like, what do you mean? I didn't kidnap Pips. Why are you accusing me? Dodges away Frankeltron version 1.1 over in the left wide zone. Gets a mark on Zippy Von Schleichen. Turn 15 for the PipStars. They have 2 turns. Try to get this ball into the end zone. They have to end this turn in scoring position. Their remaining skinks are marked. Nick Satan has done a very good job of hunting these skinks. These are the only pieces on a Lizard team that can effectually carry the ball. Everybody else is a AV of 5+. The skinks are your ball carriers. You lose the skinks, you lose your ability to handle the ball, and these skinks all marked. BBNS says this game sort of reminds me of an England game to qualify for the World Cup. England had to win 7-0 and have results go their way. The opponents scored from kickoff. England did win 8-1 though, but didn't make the World Cup. Yeah, it would have been hyped to see the PipStars do it, but it just wasn't working out. They weren't able to get the removals, and they've been down on players most of the game. Two-die blitz by Tailgater against Rupert version 0.1. This is going to be a dodge push. Looks like he might be debating it. If it's not a dodge push, that's the end of the drive. He took them both down! He took them both down, worked out on the trade, but he doesn't have anybody who can score. Well, the Menace, I guess, can score? Two-die block on Sir Crocs-a-Lot. Gets the pal here. SP Beaver with the emergency rush warning. We'll see if it gets that far. Frankeltron version 1.1 moves down into scoring position. Cobblestorm demanding death. Spire says got SPP. Who needs to score? Fair enough. It is never too late for some death. That is a very positive attitude, Cobblestorm. It's never too late for some death. BB says, to be fair, at this point, it is building for next season. It is. That's very true. Or for the next competition, that is. Clypeus, thank you very much for the bits. 2-die dodge blitz by Mickey version 0.1. Gets a dodge push out of this against Zippy Von Schleichen. This is the only piece that can threaten that ball if the PipStars want to get into the end zone. Failed pickup. Where's the ball? Bounce! Oh, into the hands of Tiny Tim. Oh boy, that's not good for the PipStars. They can't blitz with Zippy Von Schleichen if they want to hand off with Zippy Von Schleichen. Those are both once per turn abilities, or once per turn actions. One player can only take one once per turn action during their activation. Turn 16 for the PipStars. Dream of Wish Foundation can taste victory at this point. Dodge to a GFI blitz with who? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This guy? Chompy McChompface? BB Nut says, if Vamps are in the game by next year... He tried! If Vamps are in the game by next year, and I think they will be, I'm tempted to play them. I'm very interested in seeing Gnomes, and I'm very interested in seeing Vamps. I saw Gnomes were on Warhammer Plus, but I haven't caught that game yet. 3-die blitz on Zippy Von Schleichen gets the pal here. This frees up Tiny Tim for the handoff to Frankleton. Can he get another touchdown out of this? Three-plus handoff. Works out. It's one rush to make this a 2-0 ball game. Can the Dream of Wish Foundation win by 2? They can indeed. Very well done by the Dream of Wish Foundation. They pick up their first win in the competition. Congratulations to Nick Satan. Yeah! I love that cheerleader. Look at that. It's awesome. Oh, 2-0 the final here. The Dream of Wish Foundation will win this one. The PipStars are eliminated. It was a very, very long shot for the PipStars, but they weren't able to pull it off. Congratulations, Nick Satan. And I want to thank both coaches for participating in the in this competition. I hope to see them both back next competition, the Spike Magazine Trophy. We'll see if the PipStars remain. I imagine the PipStars will be returning for the Spike Magazine Trophy. I don't know if Nick Satan's going to bring the Dream of Wish Foundation forward or not. We'll see. But that was a lot of fun. 2 very, very fun games tonight. 9 teams remaining in this competition in Division A. The top 5 teams are still duking it out. The Fishy Fiends, coached by Ajax. The Gutterballs, coached by El Nubarino. Believe Broncos, coached by BB Nutt. The Blitzburg Steelers, coached by JD Whitey. And the Birds of a Feather, coached by Galeshi. Division B is set. Philosopher's Song, coached by Spire, will be making the cut, as will Conspicuous Disunion, coached by Chime. I suppose I could technically, I'm still in it, but it's not going to happen. I have to face off against Lizards, the top Lizard team, no less. And in Division C, the NC Snakes will make the cut. That's Moob's Dark Elf team and Calliopeus with their win this evening, and Odin and Snuffle. That team will advance to the quarterfinals as well. We have a few more games left in the week. We'll take a look at the schedule before we leave for the evening. So coming up next, we have one game on Tuesday, April 15th at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. That'll be Entanglements versus Nerdstrom's Nose Count. That'll be Division C. That's Conkill versus War Horseman. Imperial Nobility versus Norse. And then this Saturday, April 19th, we've got an extension being used, so it'll be a few days. We have the Believe Broncos versus the Birds of a Feather, BB Nutt versus Galeshi. That'll be this Saturday, April 19th at 2 o'clock p.m. That's a very important game for both of those coaches trying to make the cut. 2 more games left to be scheduled this week. And when those games get scheduled, you'll be BB Nutt says, is it the best two non-top 2, or is it the third from A and C? The cut is the first and second place teams from each division, and then the 2 best ranking teams besides. So if you take the top 2 out of all 3 divisions, and then you merge all the teams together, as if they were in one big division, the top 2 ranking teams make the cut. I missed who that was. I'm so sorry. Whoever that was, thank you very much. I'm very, very sorry. Oh boy, I'm terrible. I'm a terrible person. When those games get scheduled, you'll be able to check out and get alerted to those schedules on our website at maml.club. That's MAML.CLUB. Here on... It's true. I am. You'll be able to check out and get alerted to those schedules on our website at maml.club. That's MAML.CLUB. Here on Twitch or on our social media pages on Blue Sky, X, and Facebook. You can also watch previous games on our YouTube channel. Play Blood Bowl, man. This game is glorious. So much fun. You can play Blood Bowl via Blood Bowl 3 on Steam, the Epic Game Store, PlayStation, and Xbox, and in tabletop form at your friendly local game store until this Tuesday, April 15th at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Again, that's UTC-4. Take care, everybody. Thanks for hanging out, and enjoy the rest of your weekend.